What's the strangest order you received from command? The order came down on a Tuesday morning through official channels. All personnel will immediately cease using the word moist in any context, verbal or written. I read it 3 times. Had to be a joke. But there it was, signed by the base commander himself with threat of disciplinary action for violations. Turns out our new colonel's wife had a severe phobia of that specific word. She'd complained to her husband about hearing soldiers use it constantly around base, describing MREs, talking about weather, casual conversation. The colonel decided the easiest solution was banning the word entirely. Posted MPs at the dining facility to monitor conversations. Set up a reporting system for violations. Within hours, it became impossible to function normally. How do you describe a cake without saying it's moist? How do you brief weather conditions when the air is humid? What about soil conditions for construction projects? Kitchen staff couldn't describe food properly. The brownies are, not dry? Weather reports became comedy shows. Today will be damp, humid, and slightly wet throughout. The whole base started developing creative alternatives. Damp adjacent, humidity enhanced, non-arid conditions. Conversation sounded like we were speaking in code, but then the inspections started. Written reports flagged for word usage. Soldiers getting counseled for slip-ups. One private got Article 15 for saying his laundry was kinda moist after pulling it from the dryer. The breaking point came during a serious briefing about chemical weapons detection. Intelligence officer trying to explain how moisture affects gas dispersal patterns. He kept stumbling over words, couldn't convey critical safety information. Sir, when atmospheric conditions are wet, the agent becomes more. He gave up mid-sentence. The briefing was incomprehensible. Meanwhile, the colonel's wife started making surprise visits, walking through facilities with a notebook, writing down violations. She'd lurk near conversations, waiting to catch someone. Morale plummeted. Soldiers felt like they were walking on eggshells. Normal military communication became impossible. Technical manuals had to be rewritten to avoid the forbidden word. The situation exploded when a medic couldn't properly describe a patient's wound condition to a doctor over radio. The injury was infected, tissue was, he couldn't say the word. Patient nearly died from delayed treatment. That incident reached division level. Higher command started asking questions. How could a single word preference interfere with medical care? What kind of leadership prioritizes personal comfort over mission effectiveness? Investigation revealed the colonel had been misusing military resources, using enlisted personnel to run errands for his wife, diverting base funds for personal projects. The word ban was just the visible tip of a corruption iceberg. The colonel got relieved of command within a week, court-martialed for abuse of authority. His replacement's first order? Use whatever words necessary to accomplish the mission effectively. We threw a party that night. Someone brought a cake. First thing anyone said when they saw it, this cake is perfectly moist. Whole dining hall erupted in cheers. But the damage was done. 6 months of walking on verbal eggshells had created lasting tension. Soldiers still hesitated before using common words. Trust and leadership took years to rebuild. The incident became legendary throughout the military. Other bases heard about the moist ban and used it as an example of toxic leadership. Military academies added it to their case studies on command authority abuse. I learned that arbitrary orders reveal character. Good leaders justify restrictions with mission necessity. Bad leaders impose personal preferences as military law. The colonel's wife moved back to her mother's house during the court-martial. Divorced him while he was in military prison. Probably couldn't handle the legal proceedings being so uncomfortable for her. That whole experience taught me the difference between lawful orders and personal tyranny. Just because someone has rank doesn't mean their every whim becomes military law.